next guest is the esteemed co-anchor of Dateline NBC. This Tuesday, you can see him in the special A Decade of Dateline. Please welcome Mr. Stone Phillips. Did you see the Madame Tussauds wax?
It was uncanny.
It's unbelievable.
Resemblance.
What a high honor that is.
Your head is larger than the Rock's.
It is. I have a giant
is
melon.
much larger than the Rock's.
I swear to God, I've had it measured, and I beat Koppel. I beat everyone.
What's the hat size?
I don't even want to get into it. It's in the triple digits. But I didn't want you to feel left out tonight. So at great expense to this show, I had a replica of Stone Phillips made, and I think this is a high honor for you. Yes.
Conan, you didn't have to do that.
Let's bring that out right now. I think you're going to like this. Take a look. This is pretty... Now, granted, there were some cost issues.
You know, that guy...
Not as many measurements were taken. We were going largely on memory.
That guy is much too loose to be me.
Watch out. No, that's uncanny.
That's Al Gore. It's Al Gore.
Yeah, right. No, the hairline alone is just, I think, amazing on that thing. We spent a lot of time getting it just right.
And I'm very flattered.
Yes, it's nice. Well, that's yours to keep. For the small price of $6,000, that's yours to take home.
Sweet.
Yes, very sweet, yeah. Now, people have been talking lately. Dateline, of course, does very well, but lately there's this new phenomenon in television, the Osbournes.
Oh, yeah, big show.
And the Osbournes has a big young following. The Osbournes doing very well in the ratings, and actually it's on at the same time as Dateline, cutting into Dateline a little bit.
I don't think so, really.
Coming at you? You're starting to worry a little bit about Ozzy?
No, not really.
He's not messing with your head at all?
No, not really. I don't really think about it.
You really don't think Ozzy's getting to you in any way? You really don't think that there's any...
I mean, I like Ozzy, but he's not really in my thoughts.
Yeah. I really think he's getting to you. I really, really do. Again, I want to applaud the special effects on this show. They are incredible. From that dummy to that, yeah. One of the things, first of all, I think you have the best hair in show business, and I want to applaud you for that. I thought I did. I'm very
same thing. We got kind of the same cut going, don't we?
Yeah, but I've got sort of the more, you know, howdy-doody thing happening. You're more of an authority figure, and I'm Bob's big boy from the hamburger chain. Hi, everybody. How are you? That's another thing I admire about you. I have the voice of a 9-year-old boy, and you have this great broadcasting voice. And I swear to God, I mean, you could say anything, and it sounds like it has this weight and authority. You could say, I want some corn on the cob, and it sounds like breaking news.
I want some corn on the cob.
Yeah, isn't that, I mean,
profound.
You should some night, just because Dateline's been on a long time, it's doing well, you're established, you should some night just come on and go like, hello, I'm Stone Phillips, and I want some corn on the cob. Just see what happens. Maybe
nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen, no. Now, A Decade of Dateline.
A Decade of Dateline.
That's hard to believe.
Next Tuesday night. It's hard for us to believe.
What is your, do you have a favorite memory? I mean, I know it must be hard because you've done so many shows, but what comes to mind when I say a crazy experience?
So many. Well, crazy experience. Crazy, dangerous experience was bar hopping with Dennis Rodman in Chicago.
That's so funny. I thought you were going to say that you were in Serbia or something. No,
some people go to the West Bank. I go to Chicago and bar hop with Dennis Rodman.
Right.
No, we went through his, his drawers and looked at his female lingerie.
I thought you meant you went through his drawers.
No, not those drawers. His
I was going to say,
chest of drawers.
What kind of investigative reporting is this? Excuse me, Dennis, but I have to do this. Very good. And now I want some corn on the cob. Now wait a minute. Let's clean this up. You were dragging this show through the dirt with your filthy mouth. But it really must have been that must have been a very strange experience. You interviewed the Rock once for Dateline.
I actually did. We lifted weights together down near his home in Florida, and he told me that I was pathetic. And that always sets a nice tone for the interview, you know.
Right, right. You start off by being humiliated.
Well, that's right. But I did really blow the lid off his cosmetic secret. You know, he has this body sheen, and we actually revealed on Dateline that it's in fact Johnson & Johnson baby oil that The Rock uses. He was not particularly pleased that we revealed that, but
did that
on
go,
Dateline.
Did that go across the Times Square ticker? Breaking news, Johnson & Johnson baby oil.
He's a great guy.
You know,
when you see him and you talk to him, he's multi-talented. He's going to go a long way, I think.
Well, he already has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to go far in wrestling. I have an unusual name. I have a strange name, and it's affected my life, I think negatively. You gave your son an interesting name, is that right?
Yeah, his name is Streeter. He's named after a town in Texas.
What if he had grown up in Schenectady?
Well, it would have been bad news.
Hey, Schenectady, get over here. That's interesting. Now, let's talk about your name for a second, because it is I think the best broadcasting name out there. It's your real name.
It is on my birth certificate. My great-grandfather was Stonewall Phillips, and they shortened it to Stone and gave it to me. So that's it.
I think that's such a cool name. What's your name? The name's Phillips. Stone Phillips. Do you ever say it like that? Or?
No, I never have. I never have. Not quite like that, Conan.
Yeah. See,
where does your name come from?
We don't know. My mom was like, we need a name for this son, and my dad went to the bar and go, Conan. No, he doesn't drink. Sorry, Pop.
It's not a common
Have some
Irish.
coffee, Pop. No, you know what it is? This is going to bore everyone, but it's an old Gaelic name. I think it was one of the early bishops or something of Ireland. And so they thought it was an interesting name, and it was an interesting name for about 12 years. And then the Conan movies started to come out. And I had kittens, too. Any news on this Robert Blake story that you've heard? You guys will be covering it, no doubt.
I guess we will. You know, it's not going to be OJ2.
Right, right.
It's clear from that. I mean,
right.
No rush to judgment here.
No, they...
I'm not thinking about him.
You've got to stop thinking. You've got to play your own game. Don't let him in your head, man. Oh, you're never coming back here again. I just know it. Well, A Decade of Dateline airs Tuesday night at 10 on NBC. And Stone, thank you so much for being here.
Conan.
Great to have you on the show. Stone Phillips, everyone. No doubt. Coming up. It's Scruffy. All right, everybody, we have some great shows coming up next week. Amazing guests. Kevin Spacey going to be here next week. Yeah. Jennifer Connelly is going to be here. Stephen Dorff. Topher Grace going to be here. Ted Danson, much more. So watch those shows next week. You will not be sorry. And if you are, it's free. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Make some more money for NBC. When we come back, stick around. No Doubt is going to play